You are in exile. 2,600 years ago, you're walking from Jerusalem to Babylon. Behind you, Jerusalem is in ruins. Before you, Babylon, this strange land, awaits you. And as you walk, you encounter two groups of people, each mumbling, talking about their plans for survival. And as you listen into one group, they're saying, these resources we have, let's fashion weapons of war with them so we can resist. And then when you're with the other group, you hear them say, let's take our resources and build houses so that we have a roof over our head so we can survive the long haul. And with the first group, you hear them say, these seeds we have, this wheat, let's eat them now to keep up our strength so that we can rise up and resist. But the other group are saying, let's plant these seeds so that we can have crops, so that we can eat and replant the next year, so that we don't fall dependent upon our oppressors. And then over here, we hear them talking about, let's just hold off on any thoughts of joy or celebration, no marriages. But over here, they're saying, let's marry our children, and let's have our children have children, so that even after we're gone in the land of Babylon, we can continue, and one day God will save us. You're walking along, and these are these two strategies for survival, two strategies of hope. Which do you choose? Which one brings hope? Hold your breath, rise up and fight, resist, or settle in for the long haul and trust God is present with us. This is what Jeremiah is writing to the exiles, which is opposed to what the false prophets are saying. Jeremiah is saying this is going to take 70 years, so settle in. He's saying your hope cannot be in your own strength to rise up and fight. Your hope needs to be in me, the Lord your God. I will be with you in this generation and the next and the next. It's going to take a long time. Put your hope not in what you think you can do. This is a problem that you cannot solve, and it will take time. It's a choice between avenging your suffering, not only as exiles 2,600 years ago, but as exiles today. A choice between avenging your suffering or settling in to those hardships in life, but trusting that God is with you. Two ways of living in this world. Maybe we live in a generation today that believes that all problems can be solved. And maybe it's a youthful illusion that whatever is facing me now, one day we'll figure it out. But the older one gets, the more one knows there are problems that cannot be fixed. And that can be hard for some people who are fixers, who have gone their whole lives fixing. And you get to a point in your life where you realize, I can't fix this. All that's left is to endure it, to settle into it rather than fight it. In the counseling world, there's an idea that is becoming better understood. And the idea is there are some problems that cannot be fixed. And if we live our lives continually worrying about those problems, putting our energy into trying to fix those problems in our lives, we rob ourselves of the opportunity to live life. This is something that what Jeremiah is saying. There are some problems. There are some things that we're born with. There are situations that others have caused which are beyond our control. And we can either waste our lives fighting against them, or we can live into them but not worry about them. To simply accept the hardships before us, not try doing an end run around them, but accept our hardships and live through them while still being committed to the life that has been given to us. We talked 2,600 years ago about exiles walking that long road from Jerusalem to Babylon, traversing a great distance. But today, it may be that the exile that many of us face, perhaps the younger generation faces, is what you could call a digital exile. Again, not traveling thousands of miles out there, but an exile where we go deeper and deeper into ourselves, where the internet has us not expanding our world out there, but believing we can expand our world online. For a number of people who believe that the world is such a difficult place, I'm not going to go into the world. I'm going to go into myself and be exiled from the world. If Jeremiah were here today, what might he say instead to digital exiles? Whereas he said to Israel and to Judah, build houses, he may say to digital exiles, get out of your house. Go out into the world, the actual world, and take the risk of meeting people. Jeremiah said to those exiles into Babylon, plant gardens and eat of them. But if Jeremiah were here today, he may say to the digital exiles, forget Uber Eats. Go to a grocery store and actually go shopping for fresh food yourself and enjoy making food. Jeremiah said to the exiles 2,600 years ago, let your children marry and let them have children. And what Jeremiah may say to the digital exiles today is, ask a girl out on a date. Ask a boy out on a date. Take a risk of maybe being rejected. Take a risk of maybe someone saying no, but you know what? Go out there and just try. Let me end with this thought. Jeremiah said to the exiles back then, pray for the welfare of the city of Babylon, because its welfare is your welfare. And maybe Jeremiah might say to the digital exiles today, and forgive me if you think this sounds harsh, but Jeremiah may say, go into that world that a previous generation has messed up and claim it as your own and live into it despite the mess that you inherit, and trust that God will give you a future of hope. Amen.